Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Hi.
Hi, Casey. You're in an awful good mood today.
Of course. Do you know why?
Um, no.
It's Easter.
Oh, yeah, Easter.
Don't sound so thrilled about it.
It's just another day, much like all the other holidays.
What do you mean?
People get so wrapped up in all the holidays and they just go way overboard. You should see my house. My parents hid hundreds of eggs all over the place.
What?
And have you seen those chocolate bunnies with the foot-long ears?
Yeah?
They each got me one.
You mean to tell me you got 2 of those chocolate bunnies?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a lot of chocolate.
Sad thing is, I still have 5 pounds of chocolate bunnies from last year that I haven't eaten. It's probably collecting dust right now on my shelf.
Wow, that's a lot of chocolate.
It gets worse. They decorated the house so much, it looks like a toy store and a candy store had a battle, and our house got caught in the middle of it.
Oh my.
And
There's more?
they hired someone to dress up as the Easter Bunny to deliver my basket.
Wow, they sure went all out.
They went crazy is what they did.
That sounds fun and all, but I agree. People go way overboard with holidays and forget all about the true meaning of why we celebrate.
Wait a minute. You mean there is really a reason why there's something more to Easter than bunnies, toys, eggs, and chocolate? And gallons of chocolate?
Yeah, there's more than just gallons of chocolate. You don't know why we really celebrate Easter, do you?
No, not really.
Do you know who Jesus is?
Who?
You know, the one who died on the cross and rose again.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? We're talking about Easter. You were getting ready to tell me why bunnies lay colorful chocolate-filled Easter eggs and hide them in people's yards. Now you want to tell me about some guy coming back from the dead?
Believe it or not, this is how Easter came about. Around 2,000 years ago, Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Hence, that is why we celebrate Christmas.
Very interesting.
Well, when Jesus grew up and became a man, he went around telling people about heaven and how they can get there. He also healed the sick and fed the hungry, and he raised a few people from the dead.
How did he do these things if he was a man?
Jesus was and is God. He also had the power of God, but that is a discussion for another time. Anyway, some people did not like what he was doing, so they took him before the court. The judge asked what he should do to Jesus, and the people cried, "Crucify him." Sadly, they took and tied him to a post, beat him, and had Jesus carry his cross up a hill, then nailed him to the cross.
That sounds painful. I actually feel bad for him.
Me too.
For what I hear, he didn't do anything wrong.
But to the religious people, he broke the law. So now he is sentenced to death for it.
But you said he rose again.
He sure did. It's a long story, but I have a song on my phone that will sum it up. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
The gates and doors were barred and all the windows fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness, rose at every sound, half in hopeless sorrow, half in fear the day would find the soldiers breaking through to drag us all away. Just before the sunrise, I heard something at the wall. The gate began to rattle, a voice began to call. I hurried to the window and looked down into the street, expecting swords and torches and the sound of soldiers' feet. But There was no one there but Mary, so I went down to let her in. John stood there beside me as she told us where she'd been. She said, they've moved him in the night, none of us knows where. The stone's been rolled away, now his body isn't there. We both ran toward the garden, then John ran on ahead. We found the stone in the empty tomb, just the way that Mary'd said. The winding sheet they'd wrapped him in was just an empty shell. How or where they'd taken him was more than I could tell. Well, something strange had happened there, but just what, I did not know. John believed a miracle, but I just turned to go. Circumstance and speculation couldn't lift me very high, 'cause I'd seen them crucify him, then I saw him die. Back inside the house again, the guilt and anguish came. Everything I'd promised him just added to my shame. It was when at last it came the choices I denied I knew his name. Even if he was alive, it wouldn't be the same. But suddenly the air was filled with strange and sweet perfume. Light that came from everywhere drove shadows from the room. Jesus stood before me with his arms held open wide. I fell down on my knees and just clung to him and cried. He raised me to my feet, and as I looked into his eyes, love was shining out from him like sunlight from the skies. Guilt and my confusion disappeared in sweet release, and every fear I'd ever had just melted into peace. He's alive, he's alive, he's alive, and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive, he's alive, he's alive, and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive, he's alive, he's alive, and I'm forgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. He's alive, he's alive, he's alive. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the name of Jesus. Praise the name of Jesus.
Wow, that was an awesome song. I like that. He's alive. He's alive. I like that. That was,
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
it was awesome.
I really like that song.
You'll have to send that to me later.
Okay. So, you see, this is why Easter is so special. This is why we celebrate Easter, not just the bunnies.
I didn't believe in Easter bunnies anyway. Casey,
Yes, Jordan?
I want to hear more about Easter and Jesus. Is your church doing anything for Easter?
Of course.
Can I come to your church?
Absolutely.
Great.
Let's go. Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
can I have one of those Easter bunny chocolate things you were talking about?
Oh, Casey.
Yeah.